Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tyranny. I dedicated the last episode to do some of the side quests, most notably Versus' own quest. So we did that in the last episode and... actually no, we did not complete that quest just yet, because I forgot to do one thing. We forgot to talk to Verse the moment we arrived here to our mountain spire. So let's talk to her now before I forget it again. As still as an owl on its perch, Verse stares in the direction of cacophony, a warm breeze from the east playing at the feathers festooning her head.
Fate Finder.
Verse? See anything interesting out there? Thinking important thoughts? I'm sure you have got something better to do than whatever it is you're doing. Now, Verse?
I feel my sisters twisting around inside me, Binder. I can't tell whether they're dancing or trying to cut their way out. Or both.
Okay, that sounds kind of grotesque. What do you mean? Does that sound familiar to you? Your sisters live on within you? You are imagining things. Probably both. It sounds like you're trying to justify your own tumultuous feelings. Your sisters live on within you.
That's only comforting like a flagon of unwatered wine. Feels nice now, sure, but I'm gonna regret it tomorrow.
She splays her fingers before her, apparently taking a vested interest in the grime beneath her nails.
It feels like all that's in front of me is a gorge so wide and so deep that there's nothing to see but wide open air.
She looks at you.
Say we come out of this with minds and bodies intact, you've got the tears and the Overlord has everything else. Then what?
Then I take the fight to Kairos. Well, I don't quite know about that. Kairos has not... Kairos hasn't really posed any real threat to us yet, so my character doesn't really have much of a reason to go against them. Anything I have belongs to the Overlord, just like me. I'll burn that bridge when I come to it. So I basically tell Kairos, so long, bitch, and then just stay in the tears and do whatever the heck we want. Yeah, I think I like this approach. I'll burn that bridge when I come to it.
Damn, Fate Finder. You're sounding more like me every day. I wonder if the voices saw this coming when he tossed me on Law Dog detail.
She releases a peal of laughter.
The voices... I can't imagine him bending the knee to you. Whatever you've got planned, if you're walking into the heart of his power, you'd better be kitted for war.
Yes, I'm not expecting him to kneel before me that easily. We have to do some convincing, or we just destroy him. The Archon of Secrets will fall by my hand. I will bring the Archon to heel. I'll find a way to deal with the voice of Nerat. The Archon of Secrets will fall by my hand. I like the sound of this. We sound so confident. Yeah, we sound so confident. The Archon of Secrets will fall by my hand.
Your confidence inspires. It's positively fucking infectious.
She smirks.
The Voices has more years behind him than a person can rightly imagine. If anyone's ever dug up a way to cheat the Void, it would be him.
But at what price?
What if that way is me? We know he was preparing me for something. What if he made some trap door into me? What if he's hiding inside me right now?
Oh, well that would be so fucking creepy. How would he do that? Well, I doubt she would know. If the Voices tries to use you as a door, I'll shut and bar it permanently. So does this mean that we would basically kill her? Not necessarily. You have to keep control of yourself. If the Voices tries to use you as a door, I'll shut and bar it permanently.
I don't know if you meant that to be reassuring, but it was. That asshole tries to come out of me. Don't bother trying to set things right. Just slice me up and be done with it.
Well, if that's what you really want, then I'm considering it.
But make sure he's actually through first. Don't gut me just because he starts knocking.
Yep, fair enough. She conjures a grim smile.
Speaking of, any suggestions on what to do if I feel him creeping around in here?
She taps the side of her head. Be harder than him, more Nerat than Nerat. Embrace your humanity? Pfft, no. I don't think that there is much humanity left in her. Well, there is some, but not a whole lot. Figure out who Verse is and stay Verse. Doesn't really sound like my character, so... We are rather simple-minded. Be harder than him. More Nerat than Nerat.
More Nerat than Nerat? Shit, Fatebinder, you'll make a monster of me yet.
Implying that you already aren't. Well, okay, you're not nearly as bad as Nerat, but still. You're not exactly the nicest person I've ever met.
We've got shit to do, right? Don't let me hold you up. And thanks, Fatebinder. Arcbinder.
Thanks, Verse. Archon of Arcbinder. Confront the voice of Nerat alongside Verse. Okay. New ability unlocked. Verse has gained the Burning Hatred ability. What's this? Actually, let's check it here. Okay, so we have to take Verse with us when we are going to confront the voice of Nerat, which is what I was planning to do anyway. But let's see. So, Sweeping Death. Did we pick this last time when we level up? Because I guess I just forgot to add it here. Let's just add it there. Where's the new ability? Fury's Embrace, Pick on a Spick, Sweeping Death, Skewer, Gravedigger, Burning Iron, the Quick and Dead, Chromatic Arrow. I don't think I have ever used this. Sorry, what ability did we get again? Okay, let's see, maybe it's somewhere here. Death from above? No. Where the hell is it? If it's a new ability, it should be somewhere over here. It's not a talent. Here? No, these are combo abilities. It's not this. Or that. These are stances, weapons, items. Or maybe one of her already existing abilities got upgraded and then renamed or something. Ep. What's so new about here? I don't know. Alchemist's gloves. This got upgraded too, apparently. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I don't even remember what that ability was called again. But anyway, so for this episode, my plan is to go to Lantry's hideaway and find that book, so we can find another book with it, if I recall correctly. But considering how long Versus quest took, I'm not expecting this to be very fast and easy to do. But we'll see. So we go there and see what happens there. I bet that there is someone who wants to give us trouble waiting for us there, but we'll see. And after we are done with that, and if we got enough time, then we go to Bastard City and have an audience with Toon on. That's what I think what we are gonna do. So yeah, I think that's enough duties for this episode. But now, I'm thinking about leaving Verse behind me. And maybe I should take Killsin's Shadow with me. Well, I must take Lantry with me, of course. I haven't had Ep in my party for a long time, so might as well keep her around. Can't see much of a reason to take Barrick with me. Well, let's take Kilsin's Shadow with us for now. The Beast Woman squats on her haunches, back bowed and face tilted forward as she meticulously grooms between the long, calloused fingers of one paw. A mauve tongue laves blood from her glistening claws. She glances up, a jerky, startled movement at your approach.
Little Chitterbird has pledged to Alpha of Kilsin's Shadow. He is good for Chitterbird's chance of survival, but bad for Beast Woman's ears.
She rubs the ridge of a pointed ear, eyes lost in thought.
Fatebinder wants Beast Woman?
Not in that way. The reek of an unwashed feral animal, bloodied and battle-worn, swats you like a wet blanket, and you breathe through your mouth to keep from retching. We got a loyalty question here. I would like to spar with you. You know what, let's do that. Let's play with Kilsin's Shadow for a little bit.
Beast Woman gets to play fight with Alpha?
Yes. She immediately perks up, salivating and snarling happily as she rises on hind legs and swipes several practice swings to limber up. She splays her dark claws wide and pins you with an eager, blood-thrilling stare.
Come!
Okay. She seems to be having fun. Before you can step even a single foot forward, the Beast Woman surges for you without warning, without waiting, tackling you hard about the waist. The force of her weight slams into you, her muscled shoulder rammed into your gut, and you both tumble for the ground in a tangle of limbs and hair and claws. Well, that sounds lovely. Stab her in the gut? No, that's dirty. Blast her off of you? Headbutt her? Yeah, that sounds more like us. Curl into a ball and whimper? No. Headbutt her. Loyalty with Kilsin's Shadow and some athletics experience. That's fine. Excuse me. Hands gripping her hairy shoulders to steady herself, you ram your forehead as hard as you can into her swarthy snout. Bone crunches audibly and Kilsin's Shadow howls, rearing back as blood spades down the front of her chin and throat. She gnashes her red-tinged fangs, pained and furious, and looking for a moment as if she may very well tear your throat out. But then she licks the blood coating her lips and grins at you dangerously. More athletic skills. Rank 77. Okay. Beast Woman likes fighting with Alpha. She purrs and carefully, sensually crawls back from you. Okay. It's time to hunt. Come with me, Kilsin's Shadow.
I'm ready. Wants to hunt stock prowl. Wants to kill, and howl for Alpha.
Good to hear. She lopes forward, lips parted, tongue lolling between her discolored fangs, eager. Okay, so you stay here.
Goodbye to you too.
And you come with us, Kilsin's Shadow. Have you got any levels? Apparently yes. Okay, so bonus health and stuff would not be terrible. Yeah, let's make her a bit tankier. I have usually had some trouble keeping her alive. Okay, and here, let's see. Greatly improves unarmed damage, while stealth it gain 100% hit precision. While in party, Kilsin's Shadow provides a bonus experience gained in subterfuge, unarmed and one-handed skills. Increase the attack distance of Kilsin's Shadow's unarmed attacks. I think I'm gonna go with this. Oh, what did this do again? Subterfuge skill. Okay, let's go with this. I think that's it. Now, finally, let's go to Lantry's little hideaway cottage here. Search the stash site. Okay, sounds easy enough. Not a very big place. And that's his cottage, or hideout, whatever. Oh! What are Scarlet Chorus doing here? About time. Do you realize how difficult it is to get your gang to just sit in ambush and wait? Without a daily rut or tussle, this monthly is a stubborn bunch. Alright, princess, you owe me a debt of blood. Who the fuck are you? Tormented Seventh? You come here in scarlet whining about past debts. I owe you nothing, and now you are trespassing in the only corner of Terratus I call my own. What, you two know each other? Kindly shuffle off, lest things get ugly. Princess? Should I ask how you two know each other? Let's skip to things getting ugly. Well, princess? Because I'm kinda curious. You disguise yourself once, it becomes this recurring topic. Lantry shakes his head with a frustrated back of his hand. Wait, what? Sorry, what? Are you telling me that you actually disguised yourself as a princess? Seriously? The voice of Nerat believes you have outlived your usefulness. I will take great joy in snapping your old bones. With a shrill whistle, the blood chanter signals an attack. You know, the voice of Nerat sure is giving us hard time with his gangs. Telling the other gangs to cause Lantry and Verse some trouble. What an ally he is. Okay, this should be a rather easy fight. Let's see, we got 2 Scarlet Furies, they are the toughest ones. Well, maybe the Bloodhound is the most annoying one. 2 Hordes, they should die pretty much instantly. Okay, we attack Tormented Seventh. You give us armor. Drowned in darkness, once per encounter. Okay, so we're not gonna use that. You don't have any other abilities that I have forgotten to add here, do you? Doesn't look like it, okay. Once per encounter, okay, well just attack one of the horde and kill them. And you do Matos Embrace and spread that shit around. Okay, and then kill this horde. Do that. Yeah, stun her. Good. I don't need to worry about this horde. She does jack shit. Ignite your weapon in flames. Oh yeah, then I have to remember that I got this Orb of Life now too. Okay, but I don't need to use that for now. Buff kills in shadow. And you, my dear. Yeah, do that.
Can't do that.
Shadowhunter strikes with serpent claws.
Okay, Lantry seems to be taking the most damage here. And there's this other horde guy here, but I'm not too worried about that. And you haven't. Ah, there we go. Now you are. Now your weapon is in flames. Nice. Trust that. Stun these two. Heal yourself.
I'll take that.
I dare you to try that again.
One dead. Good. And kills in shadow. Now go and focus on this horde here. Push him away, actually. Finally it actually worked on someone. Lantry's taking awful lot of damage here for some reason. Maybe it's because they want him. Steal yourself. Knock her down. Like that. Sunder. Mother's Embrace. Spread that shit around. You didn't get the... What the hell happened? Where did the seal go? Or was it already used? Well, fuck, he's wounded now. Disappear.
Wait for it. This'll be fun.
Shame that his wound doesn't disappear when he's invisible like that. Have to rest after this. Oh, that horde is dead. Good. Attack this one next. What did this do again? Plus 20% damage for 6 seconds, invisible for 5 seconds. Well, if you're going to rest anyway, might as well put this thing to use.
Take that!
Attack.
Quick!
Oh, if I had an iron ring for
Attack, this Scarlet Fury here.
Stake of mine.
Lantry's back, okay. Attack this Blood Chanter here. And we go and stun this Bloodhound.
Can't do that.
What do you mean you can't do that? Wait, what's happened to that Bloodhound? I don't see anything here. She just stands there, and she's marked as she's friendly. This could be a bug, possibly, because I don't know what's going on here. Well, attack this one then.
Take that!
Sunder.
Idiot! Thinking.
And then, yeah, stun this. I really don't know what's the deal with this Bloodhound here.
I need to try a different tactic. This isn't working.
Oh shit. Seal.
You'll have to hit harder than that.
And heal. Come on, there we go. And then this guy here. I just hope that the combat will end. Even though this Bloodhound is still alive, because he's like, oh, what the fuck ever, I'm doing shit.
This weapon is like nipples on men. Useless.
Bleed and beg to live.
There we go. Well, the combat ended. Good. And this Bloodhound is still here, being like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Didn't like these guys anyway. Potion of Protection and Mind Rot Venom. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's look around. Oh, more loot. Nice. We could go inside, but we'll do that in a bit. Nobleman sandals. Nothing... excuse me. Nothing interesting. Yeah, that must be a bug. Was she like that since the very beginning of the fight? Because I wasn't paying too much attention. Well, that's completely fine by me. Okay, well, I guess there's nothing else outside, so let's go inside Lantry's house. Well, this is an awfully small room, considering how big the house was. But, okay, let's see, what do we have? His bed. He's storing food on his bed. Okay. Cloth bracers. Well, we don't want to. We don't want to replace alchemist's gloves. Yeah, they're nothing special. But we got lots of diamonds and shit for crafting. Okay, I guess we have to find a book from this mess. These shelves contain countless numbers of scrolls, organized in a way that can only be described as chaos. Well, it's not really organized then, now is it? Examine. After a few minutes of searching, Lantry grabs hold of a dusty tomb with a triumphant smile. Ah, we found it already. Thank Kairos it's still here. I'll only be a moment. Well, that was fast. An hour passes as Lantry flips through the pages of his book, slowly spelling out a coded message as he goes. Is that right? Oh, I did that wrong. Let's try that again, with less stupid. Well, find anything? We have been here for an hour after all. I forgot we did the code backwards. word paragraph page instead of page paragraph word. This is dreadfully embarrassing. Bear with me. Just glare silently because our character is getting tired of this shit. Apologies, I'm slow, but I'm cute? I'll get this figured out shortly, trust me. We'll see about that. Two hours pass and still Lantry has yet to finish his work. Jesus Christ, Lantry. Let's just glare. Engrossed in his work, your silent glare is lost on Lantry. We can do this endlessly. But, find anything? Well, I have discovered this is a dreadfully slow way to communicate long sentences. It won't be much longer, I promise. Glare silently. With a gruff clearing of his throat, Lantry dives back into his task with nervous energy. I'm sure you were wondering which would happen first, me finishing this task or dying of old age. I'm pleased to report it's the former. Finally, my pension is running thin here. Hold on. In a flurry of motion, Lantry jots down several notes, then flicks his quill in triumph. Indigo field is now unlocked, okay? The direction have us looking for a field of indigo. I couldn't tell you the name of the nearest town or village, but the message includes enough landmarks that I can probably get us there. Well, I have a set of instructions that will take me nowhere near any village or town I can think of, and that sounds like an ideal place to hide things. Any idea what's hidden there? How do you know this isn't a trap? Well, let's just get going. Should we look if there's anything else here? The writing desk looks as though it was well used. The current parchment on it is...
Prime bird watching from that desk. When you're older, you'll start liking boring things too.
Okay, well, whatever. These shelves contain countless numbers of scrolls organized in a way that can only be described as chaos, okay? I assure you, I have a system for that I have a system for what goes where. Yeah, oh, sure. These buckets each contain some sort of brush or scrub. The bushes have been dried.
Curse my negligence. I was going to make ink from those leaves.
Okay. Well, that was that, so
Aye.
Let's get out. You're still here. Huh, well, okay. Suit yourself. Now, where is this place? Indigo Fields. Over there. Okay. The indigo flowers gracing this field can be seen from leagues away. A light breeze carries the scent of pollen. Okay, let's go there and... Ahead of you on the road, you make out the cart of Alma, a provisioner of Tunon's court, accompanied by her guards and two beastmen haulers led in a cart. She hails you as you approach. Fatebinder Brehana, it's always a pleasure to see you. Alma bows deeply. My cart is heavy with supplies from the court. Care to peruse them? Well, might as well. Let's see what they have. Alma grins. Of course, let me show what I have. She pulls the cover off of her cart with a flourish. Oh, fuck, we forgot to rest earlier there. Drought, what is this? Reflect. 30.1% of incoming hostile spells back to their casters for 120 seconds. Cannot be pushed for 120 seconds. Immunity to interrupts. That sounds pretty damn good. Only one of them, that's a bit of a bummer. Might as well take the bronze ingots. Healing potion. Let's buy all of this shit. We got the money. Shame that we can't buy more camper supplies. Oh well. Do we have anything that we want to sell away? Nobleman sandals, we don't need that. Or this. Or these. we were the ones getting more money out of this, after all. Okay, but let's continue. Okay.
Can't do that.
What do we have here? Some berries, or is this the hiding place? Berry bush. These berry bushes are chock full of clusters of ripe berries.
Kairos be praised! We found it!
Ah, okay, so this was the hiding place. Rubbing his hands together, grinning ear to ear, Lantry eyes the berry bush with anticipation. I thought we were looking for another chronicle stash. Hold on, this is what you are after? Whatever you have in mind, make it quick. Yeah.
Only need a moment. This won't be like last time, where a moment means half a day. If my understanding is correct, these berries only need a little alcohol to make them absorb into the skin and cause you to bleed.
So wait, so we were actually looking for these berries. Cause what? Are you going to share, or do I need to issue a command? You know what, we don't really care too much, just... Oh, but then again, we were waiting for so long that I think that we... that we deserve some answers. Cause what? A blue-stained hand reaches out and touches you by the wrist. A searing burn upon the surface of your skin quickly turns into spreading blissful warmth. Though his mouth moves to form words, nothing reaches your ears. The world begins to tremble as your breath expands to fill the whole of your body with vigor. Wait, what's happening here? Ah, the screen is freezing again. Nerat?
Oh, this takes me back.
Are these berries making us hallucinate? A calm of tranquil haze creeps in, unhinging your muscles from your mind. For 8 days, the Archon of Shadows would lurch from the dark, jabbing your posture back into right order at first sign of a sludge. As the berries dissolve your motor control, the muscle memories of those 8 miserable days rush in to fill the void. Moments of the past come briefly into view. At first the figure of Tunon takes shape, followed by faces from your childhood, until memories of recent years flood your mind's eye. While the faces come and go, one figure emerges from the noise, unwilling to dissipate into the fog of the past. Remain calm. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Warn me next time you decide to poison me. Yeah.
Then we have a deal. You'll receive further instructions by way of missive. We will use a plethora of names when writing to you, but you will know us by our seal.
The form of the voice of Nerat, Archon of Secrets, congeals from the visions, flipping his scepter as he paces triumphantly. You hear the voices in your head. Of all the people in Taratus, you dream of us? Oh, Archon, you flatter us so. It's almost a shame the Overlord insists we play this game of murder and dominance amongst us Archons. But such things were inevitable since long before this war. His attention seems directed at Lantry, who appears far younger than you ever remember seeing him, though his white features and wrinkles momentarily flash in and out of view. So wait, has Lantry and the voice of Nerat made a deal? Have they made a deal together?
5 parts water, 2 parts red grape juice, 1 part ash. I'm still not convinced I can play the part. Considering how insular the school is, I don't see how Annie will trust me.
Remain calm. Address the voices. What are you doing here? Address Lantry. Whose vision is this? So this is when you made your allegiance with the voices. Breathe rapidly. So this is when you made your allegiance with the voices. Let's address the voices here. What are you doing here?
The better question is, what are you doing here? We're trying to have a private moment with Lantry. Do you mind?
Well, I guess we can just continue and eavesdrop them and learn what kind of a deal they made.
Wait, you already have someone there. How do I meet up with this person?
What did we tell you? Your first objective is to blend into the school. Besides, if our other sage is discovered and you're close, we lose you both. You have so much to learn about this craft.
When did this happen? Excuse me. Just how long ago did you and Lantry meet? So this is a vision. So this meeting actually happened many years ago when Lantry was much younger. So that means that these two have met long before the conquest itself even began. Maybe voices started to make some preparations for the upcoming invasion long before the invasion officially started. Interesting. So let's just remain calm and continue to listen.
You are right. We have much to learn. And all will be forgiven.
Finally, you understand. Learning is quite literally all we need of you. At least for the time being. Watch, listen, report. Not so hard, right? And to answer your question, yes, all will be forgiven.
The Archon passes his scepter from one hand to the next, humming with each toss. You hear the voices in your head. All will be forgiven. Those were the words Cairo spoke to us so long ago. Back when we were I. Resist or serve. They are two sides to the same role. Address Lantry. Just what will be forgiven exactly? Address the voices. What will be forgiven? I can ask Lantry about this later. Let's just stay quiet for now.
But we need to hear you say it. Do we have a deal?
I would imagine that the answer is going to be yes.
Yes, my answer is yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
We're going to have a beautiful future. Serve well, and you just might be a part of it.
The Archon's head spins slowly. Each time its face passes you, the expression on the mask becomes more and more twisted and taut, until at last its features are no longer a face. Another sage. By now I ought to have learned to grab a bucket before doing things like this. The image of Nerat freezes in time. Even the ever-moving flames of his outlines become rigid thorns of green. The Archon's body crumbles away, revealing a smaller figure underneath. And it will be the third time I turn you down. Even the youngest scribe learns that repeating a thing does not make it more true. Chiasmus. That's a whole new name to me. Never heard of it before. Then what of my plan for a second archive? Pretend I'm wrong. Pretend Kairos isn't coming. A second vault would be rings well spent, considering the schools of tides and wild. Mancom, an old friend of yours? Who are you? What happened to the voice of Nerat? Yeah, let's ask this at least. What happened to the voice of Nerat? The voices? So that's what you were seeing. My condolences. After a drink from the memory well of dead scribes, the berries rewarded me, even when I closed my eyes. Breasts. Oh, okay. Our defenses rival that of even sentinels stand keep, yet you would waste our efforts building for the day they fail? My dear Lantry, stick to your chronicles. Your job is to record our decisions, not to decide what the record will be. You know I hate it when you talk like that. Even the most adult scribe learns that covering your ears and doubting a fact doesn't make it go away. If we surrender before war breaks out, we have a chance to... The enemy needn't muster a single battalion and you are ready to give up? The very dumbest thing we can do is let the Overlord's reputation undo us without a fight. So long as I am in charge, we will not cover. Remain calm. Your orders went from simple spying to swaying opinions. So am I seeing your memories? These are some unusual berries. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's happening here either. I see now why Lixim's notes mention these berries will probably cause permanent insanity. You think me incautious? You think you are the only sage telling me what must be done? You impertinent little fuck. I know you have others swallowing the lies you ink them. Your absent-minded charade doesn't work on me. You poison their minds against me and have the gall to pretend like you are some well-meaning mentor trying to be the kindly champion of the concerned student. Do you think I am blind to the Overlord? Because I do not act with your reactionary zeal does not mean I fail to act at all. We are of course taking precautions. A failure to plan is a plan to fail, after all. Now you're just doing it to enrage me. I think I will be alive to record you as the very final provost of the School of Ink and Quill. May Kairos prove me wrong, but this proud school will perish on your tenure. Remain calm. You have spoken about recording, not defining the record. You sound rather political here. I don't really care. Remain calm. Then we are lucky that several dozen sages are in line to inherit the Scrivener's Eye before it falls to you. But you worry too much, my dear Lantry. The way you see the world, we win either way. Scrivener's Eye, not sure what that is. Oh wait, was Scrivener's Eye the scroll thingy? The scroll that was basically some sort of archive that we got from the Burning Library for the Voice of Nerat. Possibly, I don't remember. Anyway. If Kairos invades, well then we owe you one big "you were right", and won't that make you feel great? And if Kairos doesn't invade, well then you and everyone in the tiers wins. The Chronicle will note your hubris. Not if an objective chronicler is doing the writing. Your passion and convictions are a troublesome sign for one trusted to observe all things as they are. Perhaps you are not fit for this role. Remain calm. In all fairness, you were right all along. Is that any consolation? So how did you describe the school's passing in your chronicle? Yeah, I'm kinda curious. I think I may have touched upon a certain provost being exceptionally daft, but for the sake of history, I did emphasize that all of the sages were responsible for the school's collapse. I apologize for even mentioning this matter. I will take my leave. Always a pleasure, Brother Lantry. Okay. Oh, that must be Lixim. Are you seeing my memories? Because it sure felt like Fatebinder Kallio was grabbing my crotch, and I would have remembered that. Color drains from image of the shades, and the two-tone figure crumbles into a heap of sand and pebbles. A second shade stands before you. This one a familiar face. Lixim. Yeah, I thought so. Though dressed in the tattered attire you saw her wearing, her features look decades younger, and her face aligns with a joy and energy you did not see in the sleepless Lixim of your own memories. No, no, no. Splay your pointer and lazy finger like so. then do a 2/3 twist. What are they doing? Remain calm. Lore. Try to follow along with Lexim's magical gestures. They are learning sigils and shit. I'm seeing Lexim. What are you seeing? Let's just remain calm. Controlling his hand as directed, Lantry darts his hand through the air in a vain attempt to follow Lexim's example. His gestures elicit no magic, only laughter from the youthful Lexim. I know you are immune to flattery, but I assure you, you have some sort of natural accent, and I can't replicate it for the life of me. Yes, I'm sure you say that to all the lasses your quill wants to dip. And I'm not some phenom. Hush. Aren't you the one who says Kairos has some shadowy hunter that kills would-be Archons? If I'm as special as you insist, you best keep your lecture spout shut. Remain calm. Was Lexim always good at spellcasting? Is this memory going where I fear it's going? What? These two start to fuck? Breathe rapidly. Let us remain calm. Laugh all you want, but everything I'm hearing leads me to believe Kairos will be here soon. I would wager that by the year 430 we'll be overrun with disfavored. Well, considering the Princess of Stalwart has all sorts of eyes and ears across Terratus, if you have it on good authority, it simply must be true. I'm trying to be serious here. When the war starts, field study will be curtailed, and we'll have a fight on our hands we can't survive. I have a few cottages throughout the tiers where we could hide. We could make our way into the mountains, use our magic to hide. Remain calm. This princess term demands an explanation. Not really. Did you know when the war would actually start? Yeah, did you actually know that? Or was that just a very good guess? No, but in 426 I received enough hints to figure out just how little time we had left. I think the voice of Nerat never trusted me with knowing when we would strike, for fear I would speak out of turn. But Kairos is inevitable. War is going to happen. Do you want to let it roll down the hill and crush us all, or do you want to do something about it? I want to be here when it happens to chronicle it. I would assume that is what you want as well. Is this the last time you saw her before the Eagle of Fire? She didn't believe you in this memory, but she did flee with her life. You probably swayed her. Let us remain calm. What I want is irrelevant. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Oh hey, I said the exact same thing too at the start of this episode. May it be a long way away. Now, I have some spare sepia and we have several hours until dinner is served. Shall we?
After all that, I think I need a stiff drink to calm the noises. How are you feeling?
Ready for more? No. Was it what you were hoping to experience? Did you drag me across the tiers just so you could hallucinate a little? I'm not amused.
Hardly. I dragged you across the tiers so I could hallucinate a lot.
Okay, fair enough.
To be honest, I didn't really know what was going to be here until we showed up, so I didn't want to run afoul of anyone's expectations.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you for indulging me. Lexim and I shared such berries once, long ago. When I found the directions in her writings, I had a hunch it would take me to her source.
Was it what you were hoping to experience? I saw the voice of Nerat and some old sage and Lexim. What was the depth or crime that the voice of Nerat forgave? Possibly the crime of just resisting Kairos and nothing more special. So, was it what... I assume that we can ask all of these questions, so... Was it what you were hoping to experience?
Well, I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. I think I just wanted to talk to the Lexime I remembered. The Lexime she has become is not the person I thought I loved.
Yeah. That must be harsh.
But what we want isn't always what actually happens. She'd have known that if she lived by the truth of the Chronicle.
Has correcting the record afforded you some peace? Besides you, does anybody care about the accuracy of the Chronicle? Yeah, does anybody else really care?
If you're trying to make me feel like my efforts have been in vain, you're succeeding. I certainly care about the historical record. And if I'm the only person in all the world who cares, so be it.
Okay. The Chronicle certainly seems safer in your hands, and you're certain your understanding is more accurate. I doubt she'll be pleased by your undoing her work, so I trust this means you are willing to adjust the Chronicle to speak well of me. I don't really, she doesn't really care about that too much. The Chronicle certainly seems safer in your hands, I guess. Excuse me.
You honor me, Archon, but I'm merely doing my duty as a scholar. I never thought I'd be undoing the deceit of another chronicler, but I suppose if you live long enough, you see it all.
Wait, we can't ask him about the voice of Nerat, because I really wanted to ask about that too. I just assumed that we could ask all those questions. Well, maybe if we go through these as well. Are you certain your understanding is more accurate?
Is this an argument for epistemological skepticism? Well, I can say with certainty that I have never willingly obfuscated the record.
I doubt she'll be pleased by your undoing her work.
So be it. When she sullied the Chronicle, she lost the right to speak on behalf of history. And I would prefer not to cross paths with Lexime again. How you saw her in our visions is how I want to remember her.
So what if I started ordering you to alter the story of me? So we are not commanding him to do so, we are just asking that what if. Exhaling loudly, Lantry cast a scowl your way. I'm joking, of course.
Yes, a bit too soon for that.
Well, ready to keep moving then?
Thank you. I think I needed this last interaction with Lexime before I replace her pages in the Chronicle. Well then, enough chatter for now. Let's be on our way.
Well, that quest is now complete, but I really wanted to ask him about the voice of Nerat. Let's see, can we still do that?
Greetings, Archon. How may I assist? I am nothing if not a semi-reliable font of knowledge. What did you want to discuss?
Let's see, arcane matters, questions about our allies and enemies, more about the School of Ink and Quill.
You mean what's left of them?
Yeah, pretty much.
What would you like to know?
What's the core philosophy? Why did the sages resist Kairos? Out of supportness for the most part. Tell me a bit about the school's history. What sort of sigils do the sages practice? Let's speak of something else.
Of course. How can I help?
Kairos has unleashed a feud amongst us Archons. Thoughts? Yeah, what's your thoughts on that?
This feels like a logical continuation of Kairos' Edict of Execution. The Archons are still not playing nicely, and so Kairos would let his children fight it out for the title of Lord of the Tears. All the other Archons are in the same boat, so I suspect even your ally, the Voices of Nerat, is maneuvering against you as we speak. I hope you have something up your sleeve to deal with this strange bedfellow of ours.
Yeah. It's called Force. And raw physical strength.
Of course. How can I help?
So, what are you taking notes of?
All kinds of things. My mind is old, memory's a sieve. Keeping track of you, noting what I hear of the war, scribbling down reminders to myself, that sort of thing.
Are you spying on me? Nah. Excuse me, just have to clear my throat every now and then. Is it safe to be writing on your arms that much? Is it safe to be writing on your arms that much?
Oh, certainly not. But it depends on the ink I'm using. Too much cerulean and I can't sleep. But just the right amount, and I can write all night. The red ink will give you swamp bottom if you drink it, but absorbed through the skin, it'll make you taste colors and smell music.
Oh.
Speaking of which, I should change out my tip.
Okay, well that sounds like a powerful drug.
I use 3 kinds, sepia, cerulean, and a red that's never the same shade. My recipe needs work. I like having 3 colors, but they also provide different states of mind for writing.
Okay, that's actually quite interesting stuff. Okay, let's speak about something else. Okay, it doesn't look like I can ask Lantry about the voice of Nerat and what kind of a deal he made and what kind of crimes a voice is promised to forgive. Although I think, like I said, I think I know what those crimes really were about. So nothing too interesting. Okay, so how long have I been playing? I'm just wondering whether I should. Maybe it's better that that we go to visit Tunon in the next episode. Yeah, possibly.
Right.
Should we just go back to Mountain Spire for now? Is there anything else that I want to do before going to Tunon's court? Let's see. Well, let's go to Mountain Spire real quick. Okay, so I'm just thinking here that whom should I take with me to confront Tunon in case Tunon decides not to kneel before us and he just starts to fight us. I don't think a Kills in Shadow is going to be that useful. Or rather, if I had to choose between Verse and Kills in Shadow, I would take Verse with me. She got range attacks and overall more useful abilities than Kills in Shadow does. We don't need Barrick because we got me. Lantry... Well, Lantry is a must, of course, because he's our healer and everything. Then Ep or Siren. Well, let's take Ep, but let's take Verse back.
At your service, Fatebinder. What do you need?
Okay. Come with me.
And I seem to be missing a game. We're well matched, you and I.
We'll wait for a short while.
There we go. And okay, let's see. How long have I been playing? Last save is here. Okay, let's save here. Okay, so basically, so this is basically 62 hours. Okay, so we have been playing for about an hour or so, but this episode is going to be less than 1 hour long if I'm going to stop now. Is there anywhere else where we could go from here? Or anything else that we could do? Let's check out our quests real quick. Speak with the voice of Nerad, not yet. Travel to Bastard City, yeah, we're gonna do that soon. Kill Graven Ash. And then confront the voice of Nerad alongside the verse. A Siege of Power. Okay, so we got... Wait. So we got 3... Oh yeah, we got 3 out of 5 spires, okay. Well, I guess that the least we could do before ending the episode here is to go to Bastard City. Face Tunon's Judgment. Okay, but we're gonna do that in the next episode, and everyone seems to be gathered here. Where is Blade Mark? He must be stalking somewhere in the shadows, waiting for us, or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna end this episode here. Yes, this episode might be shorter than they usually are. But I think it's a good idea to end this episode here. So, in the next episode, we are gonna face Tunon's judgment and see what's going to happen. Either he's going to kneel before us, or he's forced to fight against us. And then we are most likely have to fight Blade and Mark as well, regardless what Tunon is going to do. And then after that, I believe that we should have enough time to go and talk to the voice of Nerad as well, and see what's going to happen with him. So the next episode is going to be very, very interesting. At this point I would estimate that there's going to be at least 2 more episodes before this Let's Play ends. Possibly 3, possibly, but at least 2 more. So, until next time. Thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Tyranny.